Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever time of day it is for you, good day. Welcome to, a Saturday morning FMV stream with me and Cyllya.
Howdy.
Now, this was supposed to be late last night, but again, I decided to put my head down for a little bit and it turned out to be an 8-hour rest. I'm an old man, don't grow old kids, it's not worth it. But anyway, I found this game on Game Pass called Her Story. It seems like it's another FMV title with, you're kind of looking at interviews, like a detective interviews of a crime scene. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go, but it did look interesting, so I just picked it up, and that's what we're going to be playing today. So without further ado, let's just get right into the game. There we go. Nope, wait. There we go. Wait, nope. Every time I click out of the game, it closes. Let me know if you could hear this properly.
Kind of a machine sound?
Yeah, kind of like an old tape recorder. And like a hum in the background. I just want to make sure the audio is coming in fine. This is taking me back to elementary school, looking at the screen. Oh wait, we can click on this. Search terms, murder.
Like how there's a read me and then a really read me.
Huh. Introduction to the Logic Database. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The Logic Database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more effectively or efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable blah blah blah. Okay. The database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crimes tape archived at Portsmouth. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. I don't know what stenographed mean.
Let's go with transcribed.
Transcribed, okay. To retrieve a clip, type in a word, e.g. robbery, into the search field. Click search, and the database will return all clips in which the speaker uses that word. To narrow the search, use multiple words, robbery, supermarket. If you are working from a printed transcript, you can be even more precise, using inverted commas to search for the exact match against the entire statement. E.g., yes, I was there.
Oh, so those kind of people that refer to quotation marks and inverted commas.
Yeah, why would they do that? Just say quotes. Okay. To store a clip for later reference, click Add to Session. Also, If you wish to add additional tags to your own to help future searches, please click in the user tag box to type in your desired tags. This sounds like it's going to be a big grind in this game with all this they're telling us. For any further assistance, please contact your department's information technology. Okay. Really read me. Hey, here's a database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit, they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find a server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97, but figured this would be enough. Take your time. Honestly, I'm not sure what our goal is. Oh, hacked info. Was something hack? What does that say? GRO Groco or Groco hack?
Oh,
What was that, Sal?
Grace? I don't know. Grace hack.
Grace hack, okay. Mirror game, how's that? Cracker, Cyber Ghost, Supplier, The Legends, Stripper, You Never Seen Us, XXX, Packager, Illusionist. One of the mums here. Classic 2-player strategy for lunchtime gaming. Enjoy. Oh wow. There's a person's face. Cracks with class. Oh, mirror game. What? What am I doing? I think I'm getting very one-sided, off track here. Oh, we can move this around. Hey, DB checker. Database. Okay, so this is what they were talking about. Okay. Clock. Are we on a time limit? Can we... Okay, we can't change the size to that. View history. Video subtitles. Anti-glare filter. Oh, do you want the anti-glare filter? I mean, we don't get that, 1990 CRT monitor glare, like, why don't we close the blinds in the window, Mom, I can't see my game kind of feeling, or anti-glare.
The anti-glare feature is pretty tempting. Do we lose some immersion? Is it worth it?
We'll try without it on and see how immersed or annoyed we get. I'm going to go with the first entry here. User tags blank. Yeah, just play.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
All right. Let's try the next one.
Yeah, that's me. But February, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
This was taken in January. Wait a minute. What country is this game taking place in?
From the accent, I'm guessing they're doing a day, month, year format.
Okay, because that's what I was about to ask, because like if this is America, this would be January, but if it's anywhere else, this would be...
July?
Yeah, July. Okay.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
We gotta take notes here.
Is this the same person in all the clips?
It looks like it, yeah, she's wearing different clothes. This is like 2 days after that previous clip. Okay, so Simon got murdered. So the victim is Simon. And this first clip happened when? June. Okay, it looks like this takes place in the same day as the previous one.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
No murder weapon. Okay. What should we look for next? I'm thinking Simon. What do you think?
Agreed.
Are these in... Okay, this is ordered by a time and date.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
What was that, mirror making?
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. And bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
She said he was average build.
I think so.
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Okay, I'm putting on Peter. We don't know who Peter is yet.
Peter and Helen?
Peter and Helen. And what was the name of the bar? The Rock, but what was the long word?
Rockington Arms.
Rockington Arms. I'm actually using script because it's faster. Hold up again, beeped on my phone. Let me slide these notifications away.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games, you know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing. Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Okay, those are... Not getting any more clips of the name Simon in there. You want to look for Peter and Helen?
Yeah, just double checking. Are these on all the same date?
Yes. These are all on June 18th. Oh wait, that's June 19th. I'm sorry, June 19th. No wait, June 18th. I'm confusing myself. Yeah, this is all June 18th. Oh, was this the only clip of Peter? Okay, we already seen that. What about Helen? Oh, one more clip of Helen.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
I don't know who she's referring to there, Peter or Simon.
Figured Simon, but I guess it's good to keep it in mind that it might not be. I mentioned an argument, so maybe put that word in.
Oh, we got a few new ones. 3 new ones from the same interview, and then one just from a few days later.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock. That's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
So they had an argument Friday, he left, and that was the last he saw him.
His married couple stuff. A stupid argument, nothing specific.
Oh, she's his wife.
No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
So, if she was his wife, I mean, she said that, you know, he had a thing for Helen. He likes blondes. Was she talking about Simon?
Hard to tell for sure.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
Okay, this is 7 days later.
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
8 p.m. I'm gonna put cheat. Mum and Dad never knew what was going on and got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at. Okay, it's not like they were cheating on exams. Did they go to school? Like, were they students? Oh, 6 entries found. Access limited to the first 5. Okay, I didn't realize this before.
Yeah, when I was at school, I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything, though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till. We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope. I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us, there's always been pressure. Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazing.
I like her identical twin.
Yeah, who is Hannah? And where did the music come from all of a sudden? "18 entries.
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H. It's a palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work if you mirror it though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Okay, so she's Hannah.
Okay, so that was the one in the blue shirt. Okay.
After we look at these, I want to look up Eve.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Is this Morse code we gotta keep track of? She hooked up to a lie detector there?
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Did I miss something there?
One with
Yes.
the blue shirt.
My name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Okay, what was that about the blue shirt?
You introduced yourself as Hannah there.
Yeah.
So
They both introduced themselves as Hannah Smith. But then she apologized after saying this one, so... And this happened... almost a month afterward.
at the same day she was talking about there's no murder weapon.
Across the road, where my
Yes.
parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time.
Okay, so it is twins.
The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper. She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
All right, so the Eve they were talking about was her, who lived in their attic. Interesting. I wonder if Simon knew.
Is Hannah's sister named Eve, or?
I'm guessing it is. Let's find out.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
I think this is Hannah talking. Because this is the one where she's like, you know, why are you talking about Eve?
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it under. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up afterwards. It was a love-hate relationship.
Sounds very toxic. By the way, can you see my mouse moving around the screen?
No.
Okay, it's probably because I'm just streaming the... Want me to stream the... Well, if I stream the screen, you might get an echo of yourself. Since you're watching on Discord.
Probably not too important, or Discord might have an option for, like, an streaming to,
I don't know how to set that up. Well, I just want to make sure you know, like, you're not getting confused as to where I'm clicking.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Now this should be Eve talking.
My mother called me Eve.
Oh, okay, that was it. Wonder what happens if we now log off party this takes out of the game. Any idea? Wait, twins. I'm just gonna look up twins. Oh, we got some things with twins. We know this is Eve right here. I forget if this is Hannah, or have we seen this? I don't think we've seen this date.
no, I don't think so.
Twins? Really? Are you really you asking me that question?
Well, you didn't answer it. Oh, wait, what's... You saw that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
Okay, those are both useless.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up.
Florence was the midwife, right?
Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
I want to make sure I spelled Florence right. I'm going to play that again.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and
That's-
had a healthy baby.
The subtitles
I guess she was
didn't
just happy
fix
for
itself.
Florence to clean up. Take away the
Oh, wait, oh. I didn't know we could do this. Gotta rewind
Florence
up
took
there.
me home with
Okay, I just spelled it
Florence took
wrong.
me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had.
Okay.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Wait. Simon and Hannah divorce? Question mark. Okay. So right now I'm interested about the divorce and Florence. What are you interested in?
Yeah, let's go with Florence. We'll put divorce on the list. Although I think they were talking. I don't think they're divorced. Put it in the workshop.
Okay, we got 3 new ones.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me.
I'm seeing a theme of mirrors. Simon worked on mirrors. We got a mirror game in the trash bin. I don't know if it's relevant. Maybe I'm just looking too deep into it.
Maybe.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had love, children, planned to have a large family. But her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know. No, it was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when it came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl.
Oh, okay, so she never got to have a kid with her husband.
It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Alright, so I'm putting together that Florence wanted to have a kid with her husband. Husband died in the war, so Florence stole one of the twins to keep as her own.
They became like frenemies, and Hannah's parents, who were also supposed to be Eve's parents, didn't even know she had a friend who looked identical, so they'd like impersonate each other for when like they're going to school and stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if like Florence didn't get like a birth certificate or anything like that, or even could try to hide her. And
Let's see. How do you spell certificate? Is that it?
it looks right.
Nope, nothing. So I guess we'll look for divorce now. Okay, we already saw that one.
Married.
$12, but we're only going to be seeing these. We need to figure out how to narrow down the searches. I'm pretty sure this is Hannah. Well, these are all Hannah talking.
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
Married at 17.
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. When you married, detective? When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. You could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive-aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything. I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room, and they decided we should get married.
Pregnant before marriage.
Pregnant might be one to look up.
What was that?
Pregnant might be one to look
Yeah.
up. Or got pregnant.
10 entries.
Yeah, red shirt.
We haven't seen this one yet. This is 27th of June. No, yeah, June.
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness. No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
Pregnant again. Because they were married for 10 years. He's dead. I want to know what happened to the first pregnancy.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince. And Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much? When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Let's see. Car accident. Hospital. I still want to stay on the pregnant tangent, but how do we get to those last 5?
Can you try the phrase "got pregnant" or
But not pregnant?
"got pregnant"?
Wait, say that again?
Got pregnant with a T.
Oh.
And put.
Oh, we got 2 more. This is Eve.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date, we went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another card in our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Oh, sinister. Who's Carl, I wonder? What do you mean they didn't want another Carl to happen?
Previous boyfriend?
What was that? Oh, you're getting really low again.
Her previous boyfriend, maybe?
Her previous boyfriend? Okay, we'll look up Carl after this, but something's going on with your mic now. I can't barely hear you.
Is it better now?
I think it was that time.
Yeah, not really.
The first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
Wait, I'm gonna play that again. Like, when did she say she got pregnant?
I think it was that time. I think it was that time. The first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant.
Okay, so I'm guessing around the same time Hannah got pregnant. Because I doubt Eve would have waited like that much longer after Hannah slept with Simon to sleep with him. What do you think?
Yeah.
Before we look up Carl, I want to see lost pregnancy. Did I say that? Spell that right?
Yeah.
Nope.
Let's try removing the word pregnant.
Miscarriage. Oh, we got some miscarriage. These are with Hannah, that's with Eve.
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
Okay, so Hannah miscarriage, 8 months.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents.
Let's see. Year.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage, the worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck. Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
Was it Eve that said that she was pregnant again? Like she was getting sick, or was that Hannah? I think that was Hannah.
I don't think we established it. It was probably wearing a red shirt.
Okay, it was the woman with the red shirt. Okay. And we gotta figure out what's going on with your mic. Because it's just getting worse and worse now. Maybe unplug it and plug it back in. Oops. Didn't mean that. I was trying to get to the settings so I could... The hell?
You into the stream?
I didn't end the stream. Like, I was trying to go to the option menu for the game to like, adjust the music volume. But instead it just kicked me out. But we're back in. I gotta put it back up on Discord. There, you should see it now. Alright, let's go back to it. This is Eve.
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then
But she would still be pregnant.
No.
What was that?
And that one had like a creepy face. Should we add a tag for all the ones that have like the creepy face thing after we see it?
I don't know, like, because we missed so many already. Let's see. What's this add to session? What does this mean? How do I take it out of session? Why do we do this? What's the point of the session?
So just like, so you can store a set of them independently of the search type?
I guess, yeah. Carl, that's right. Exactly 5.
Was he my first? No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy. We were 15.
I'm thinking this might be Hannah.
A tattoo. I wonder if they both have the tattoo.
Oh, I just noticed that, yeah.
No, I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. Stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family. Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon. Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
So I'm guessing this might have been Eve. So Eve has a tattoo. In fact, let's look up tattoo. Nope, nothing. I'm gonna look up weapon because they said there was no mortar weapon. Okay, it's just one. Death. Oh, 2 new ones with death.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them. I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD. And I came down one morning and they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I'd slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognize them. And there's no way you would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
What do you think we should look for next? Death caps?
Yeah, or mushroom or poison.
Oh, mushroom. Oh, we got one new one. Oh, the red shirt. We're not sure who this is, right?
Yeah, plus her hair is different in this one.
No. The whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
Yeah, you can try death cap.
Well, we looked for death, and we already got everything that had death. I don't think on death cap is going to help.
There were only 5. Poison or cellar.
Poison. One more poison. We'll check out Cyllya after this.
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning.
No
I
tattoo.
felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't.
Hannah has no tattoo on her left arm. Eve does have a tattoo. And Eve had an STD. I even took a note of that. We should check out STD after we look up, what's the other thing?
Cellar?
Cellar. Oh, I guess it was AR. Gray.
was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
What the hell?
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people had been there through my things. It's like I'd been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't looked in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in, as good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So,
Wait, so was it Simon's body that was in the cellar?
Possibly.
it happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
What the hell? So the body wasn't Simon, it was something else. Wait a minute. No. That wouldn't make sense. Yeah, you have any ideas on this? Maybe it's just body. Has 6 entries.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body. His body. It didn't look real. And throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick glasses. He doesn't always wear.
I'm putting on glasses. I don't know who wore glasses and who they're referring to. If it's Simon or if it's whatever that other body was. Hey, this one has a guitar.
Really? Okay. Here's the rest. Oh, they laid a body on the doctor. Oh, the wind and the rain. Till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bows. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone. Oh, the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play was oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
No idea what the songs meant.
Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
You feel like a fiddle made out of a breastbone wouldn't really work all that well.
Well, I'm no musician or instrument maker.
Can you imagine? I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was prettier. I mean, how could we stay the same now? Felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
Wait a minute. I thought she did get pregnant. Didn't she get pregnant?
You did,
Wait, did we determine if this was Eve or not? I know that's Hannah.
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again.
Okay, at this point, this
It'll happen
person is
someday.
currently pregnant, but we don't know who this is.
I mentioned getting in a car accident. I don't know if that's just she's the one that drives or because she's the one that's bad at driving.
Is this the one where she said she got in a car accident?
Yeah,
Because this is Eve, because Eve is a bad driver.
maybe.
So I'm going to put STD, because we know Eve got STD.
Do you suppose when she got sick, she left the room to like vomit in the toilet? she pulling the date swap at this point on the police?
Did she go to the bathroom?
It doesn't say so, but I feel like that could have been the case. Like, if the police don't know she has a twin yet, and they're like switching out.
Okay, let's go back. What was it?
No, you know,
The date here is June 27th. When they started interviewing Eve, July 3rd, at least with this one. She was talking about Eve here on the 30th. I mean, maybe? Let's see this one with the STD.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig.
With a
Hannah
blonde
and I
wig?
would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I had hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
I'm still trying to figure out if Simon knew.
like I know, but it's hard to be sure.
I don't think so.
Alibi.
It's just the one. Look for band. She was in a band, right? Okay, we saw that.
Bruce.
Up. We got a few.
Bruce? Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen, and the chair slipped, and I kind of hit the door with my face. I mean, it hurt like hell.
Okay, so this is Hannah, or at least we think it is because there's no tattoo. And this was on the 25th of June. 27th of June.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes.
That's Eve. This is Eve. They don't know the difference between Hannah and Eve yet. Hannah had the bruise on the left side of her face. When they mentioned the bruise here, she touched the right side of her face. So you were right, they are switching. And on July, I think they at least figured out that those two people.
Yeah,
If one of us got hurt,
I'm sorry, what?
the one that had the dark blue shirt woman, like, acting, like, incredulous that someone suggested twins was on July 2nd.
Right.
if one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our harness to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. And she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies were synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
What's nits?
Lice. Head lice.
Ew, ew, gross.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
How old was she when this was going on?
This was about 9. About 9. I went round and she was waiting for me.
Oh no, that was the time. She was wearing a wig at the time. Let's see, on Friday evening they got into an argument. Well, Simon got into an argument with somebody at 8 p.m. And these two got into a fight, and I don't know if that was the same Friday, though. Let's see, fight. Nope. Wig. We got a few wigs. Wait. There's 3 here. Blonde wig. We got one with blonde wig. This is Eve.
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
That was on the 1st of July.
A wig? You mean... But what type of wig?
Oh, she almost slipped up there.
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig?
How do we get the last 2 entries?
A blonde wig without the E on the end of blonde. I like that there's 2 versions of the word mixed up.
Nope.
How about found wig? Like maybe a couple of those words. I don't think they gotta be together.
Nope. Well, you also gotta keep in mind this right here. We got these 2 right here where they already know who Eve is. So the last 2 are gonna be after they know the Hannah and Eve.
Maybe you could say war wig. W-O-R-E.
Nuclear comet air. Nope.
Other things. Did we ever search mirror?
I don't know. Nope, we got 3, but there's 11 entries. This one is with Hannah.
It wasn't a present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
And we determined this is Eve. Right? I forget.
Yeah, Eve, at least at some point. Probably at all points.
The mirror. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
So that's 27. 25, okay. 30th.
Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
See a broken mirror. Nope, we saw that one.
Reflection. I guess the word talking about Eve talking about Hannah.
We see 3 with Eve.
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements.
I don't know if these faces and police sirens have any relevance to anything. Maybe they just pop up periodically when we find a certain number of clips. I have no idea.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books. I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
I'm gonna look up Mother. Okay, we got a few new ones.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
Was that like something similar to like an ink block test? Like they show you a picture and then you just got to come up with a story for the picture, and she just ended up telling her own story through it.
I'm thinking it was more like the kind of thing that you see in like an autism test or something, but I'm pretty sure it's like the same picture they gave her in another clip, and it sounds like she and Eve were describing the same one, but they described it differently, and probably both of them acted like it's not the first time. It was like it also with the red shirt.
Okay, let's go to this one then.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked.
Okay, so is that the same picture though? This was 2 minutes apart, about a minute and a half, minute apart.
Okay, so it might be the same person, and she just wised up.
It might just be a different picture, yeah.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Yeah, put on Sarah and Ava. We can look at those later.
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story? It's a real-life fairy tale.
Symmetrical.
How do you spell symmetrical?
SYME.
You know, I could just look up the clip here.
I would have been a good.
SYMME.
name.
ET. Damn it. We can't pause it. I can only fast forward, and I would need to hold it to pause it.
SYM metric AL.
Symmetrical name.
Thank you. Okay. So, let's look up Sarah first.
All that to spell symmetrical, and you didn't even want to try it?
Well, these I want. Like I already wrote these down. I want to check them out. Like I got it written down. I'm trying to go down like in the order I've got these written down. Okay, we already got those two. Glasses. I got glasses written down. I don't know if we looked at that. We got two more.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off for the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV. Look, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror, and he gave it to me.
Did we look up hospital?
Okay.
Okay, we got 2 of hospital.
Ask the hospital.
Son of a... Okay. This is at least 8 seconds.
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital.
This is on the 2nd. They still don't know about Eve. So one of them was in Glasgow.
And put in Glasgow.
Oh, yeah, of course. Duh. I spoke Glasgow. We got 10 entries. Wait. Did she just pull her hair back? Yeah, I think... Nope, she tied her hair back here. It's like, 8 minutes apart, she tied her hair back.
That with the bathroom break. I don't know.
Yeah, they might have made a switch here.
Of course, granted, does she have, like, the cops were expecting her to still have a bruise there. But I couldn't even see the bruise on the scene where she did have it. So
Was the bruise, did that happen in this timeline?
This was when they were asking about the bruise and she didn't have it.
Yes, I know, like, this was also when she said, like, I'm sorry, I'm sick, I'm pregnant.
Yeah, but this was the red shirt scene on this day, the 27th. It's 27th, right?
Yeah.
Was, that was the date where, like, they asked about the bruise and she said, like, she didn't have it because she has, like, a good metabolism or something.
Okay, so then these will be the same person then.
I guess.
I got in the car and I drove.
Or does she have a bruise there? I can't tell.
Just kept driving
I don't see
north.
it. It was supposed to be on the left side of her
Going,
face.
just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
Paper cup? Glass.
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back.
What happened here?
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year.
You know, we never looked up Eric.
It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, he must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then. No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
Eric. Okay, we got a few. Man, we just cannot eliminate some of these, can we?
He was wearing a shirt, a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house. Yes, there's a cargo share of Cavalier and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back. Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one. Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Guess Diane's gonna be the next one I'm gonna look up. Oh, hey, we got another one with the guitar. Let's go from left to right.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there. Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come in for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off Ceefax, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel? Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing when they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Search for the word guitar to see if we can get, like...
I think we did search guitar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, I could have swore we searched for guitar. I got it written down. Oh well, my bad. Aha! Good call.
No. No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf. Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
Okay, and we already determined this is Hannah. So Hannah knows how to play guitar. We don't know if Eve does.
I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay? Probably needs tuning. No. It's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street. sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. See, they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. But he only cared for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain. With a pretty little face and a long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swans. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
Alright, so clearly the song is about their story. Who was it that said that she held the other one down under the water, wanted to drown them, but then stopped? Was
Yeah,
it
that was
Eve doing that
Hannah.
to Hannah?
I think it was Hannah saying she wanted to drown Eve.
Here, let's see.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around.
Okay,
Father
so Hannah tried to kill Eve, but in this previous one, I'm gonna go wind and rain.
Dude, it's like a song that
What?
that exists outside of this game.
Wait, say that one more time.
I think that this is a song which exists outside of this game.
Oops. Here, I'm gonna go wind and rain. Song. Yes, you are correct. But when was this song made? This game came out in 2015.
I see something about it being on an album in 1987.
Okay, so definitely was not made for this game. That's what I was, trying to get at. But the Eve and Hannah story seem to be very related to this. Except that it was Eve that wore the blonde wig. That I think we determined it was Eve wearing the wig. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what we're thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But it was Hannah that tried to drown Eve. They both seem to have a thing for Simon. one of them was in Glasgow when Simon was killed. We don't know where the other one was. We don't know which was which.
Let's see.
What was that?
For other stuff to check, try sick.
We got those too.
Throat.
Wrote.
Throat. THROAT.
Nope, we got 3.
On his throat. How?
Where you get the idea for throat?
Just like a previous mention that it seemed like Simon or somebody had their throat slit.
His body. Did not real.
His throat. It looked like his throat has been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. He had these thick glasses. He doesn't always wear them.
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood. He was dead.
You hear seagulls. You heard that, right?
That's creepy.
I'm also going to put seagulls. How do you spell seagulls? Is that it? Seagull?
EGULL.
Thank you.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present, another mirror, just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
Interesting. So Simon was looking to cheat, not realizing he was talking to his wife. Now that's assuming that everything she's saying is true. Because during this time, she would have been in Glasgow. Because one of them was in Glasgow when Simon was killed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, assuming if it really was Hannah wearing the wig that did this, Eve wouldn't have been there. So Eve would have gotten this story secondhand from Hannah. Unless it was Hannah that was in the hospital, and it really was Eve, and Eve is trying to throw Hannah under the bus.
Yeah, like it sounds like this conversation is basically like when she's either coming clean or pretending to come clean, and like the story so far is that Simon found out about both of them at some point we didn't already know. Hannah pretended to be Eve, got in a fight with Simon, killed him by accident, and then Eve came back and was like, what the fuck, killed her husband. And so, like, in order to get them both out of trouble, they were gonna, hide it so they could be elsewhere. But then it kind of sounds more premeditated with the alibi in Glasgow. Both.
Yeah. It's like one of them definitely went to Glasgow just to have an alibi. I'm gonna look up baby real quick because I still don't know what was in that bag they found in the cellar, and I think it might have been a baby. Maybe one of them did get pregnant, but when the other one had a miscarriage, the other one had to get rid of the baby. Oh, we got a 17. Gonna have to figure out how to slow this down.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday. Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
That's Eve talking.
Or pretending to be Hannah.
Yeah, pretending to be Hannah. When was the miscarriage? I missed that date.
Well, there was the definitely established miscarriage was when she was like 17, like 8.
No, she got pregnant when she was 17.
And that one miscarried when she was 8 months. It seems like there was another pregnancy.
We need to narrow this down. There's still a bunch more. Baby.
Baby and bags?
Nope.
Nursery?
You said nursery?
Yeah. With or without baby, but...
No, wait. Nurse. I don't know how to spell nursery.
I think it's with an E, but try it. Did I try that already?
Oh, it's the same one. We need a word that we haven't used with baby. Maybe babies? Nope.
Or keep baby?
I'm sorry, what?
Keep baby?
We've already seen these two. What do we combine baby and deaf? Did we get a whole bunch of deaf? Nope. Wait, I never put a comma there. Nope.
The word second. Even without...
Second, pregnancy?
Yeah, even just the word second, see if we get anything.
Oh, well, we got one.
Just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. And we would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
I'm gonna put a fair. Oh, we got 3 new ones with a fair.
An affair? Simon wasn't having an affair.
Oh, he wasn't. Now this is Eve with the tattoo.
You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon's dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
She's trying to make the detectives uncomfortable to stop this line of questioning for a reason.
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Anna killed Simon. Nope. Murdered. Let's try with commas.
Based on the instructions, the commas shouldn't matter unless you're putting quotes around things for. I think we tried the word cheat before, but have we cheated? No, the quotes are if you're like putting a quote around the whole thing as a phrase.
Oh, is it? Okay, well, I already started, so I'm going to do it anyway. Let's see. Well, we do get some new ones. I guess cheat and cheater are 2 different things.
Or the cheated
No,
might have come up with the
I
others,
have never
but
been unfaithful. I've never cheated on Simon.
Oh, wait, what's this? How's it going down there? You done? How should we reply?
no.
Bitch, I'm busy. Oh,
Hey, the face is there.
wait, what?
The face is in the background. Or, well, you can't really see the face
I
part.
can kind of see it. Wait, could I not write that down? Wait, what's going on?
Or you can't actually type anything?
I can only put down no or yes. I can't. The other keys don't do anything. You done? No. Okay, I'll hang a bit longer. Buzz when you are ready. Hangs up. Ready for what?
Ready to leave?
Let's buzz. Hey, you done? Yes. Let's see what happens. Good, so, uh-oh. You think you understand why your mother did what she did? The fuck? Our mother? Who are we? Wait, are we this? Are we the baby? Are we the child?
No. No.
No. That's understandable, Sarah. Oh, where's Sarah? You can always come back again. I'll be outside. Log off and meet me over the road. Hangs up. Should we log off? I want to see these first, though.
Have I ever cheated on Simon? You asked that question yesterday.
Let's see. Yep. This is Hannah. This is Eve. They got their story straight.
Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can. It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead, it doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Alright, so like I found this like super interesting that we're finding out that we're Sarah, going through our mom's like interviews to find out why she killed Simon. That chat pretty much confirmed that she killed him.
Or at least she did something.
Okay, let's log out.
But there's still more we could do.
Because I said, like, when you're done to log out, you can always do more tomorrow, so... Huh.
I still kind of feel like Hannah's parents might have been murdered by Eve. Maybe not.
That's what I was thinking, like maybe, like, Eve killed Hannah's parents. Like, because they kept going on the entire death cap thing, and the father should have known.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a break.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going through the credits to see if anything pops up. I don't think we've seen any scenes of her in this shirt. A lot of people worked in this game. For a game this simple, this is a lot of credits. Sarah, if you're stuck, you could always try admin random, or... I didn't get to finish reading that. Hold up. Can I go back in my... No, I can't. We're gonna continue. See, what did I say? Admin random? I guess we keep doing this. I don't know if we found all the stuff.
What if there's like a special command that just brings up a random video?
Yep, it's admin_random.
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth.
I mean, I don't know how much more there is, like, okay, so the point was for Sarah, the daughter, to find out why the mother killed Simon, and we realized it's because Simon was trying to have an affair with Eve, but it was really Hannah, and found out, and then they got into a fight. At least that's the truth that we found out. Can we open up that chit-chat thing again? The hell? Oh, these are the things. Okay, so we have so much more to find. I think, assuming red is the ones that we haven't found yet, and it's not just this black bar here that says missing. You know, I'm gonna leave that up there. I'm gonna do admin random again. Let's see if anything else here changes. Didn't give us anything new. Nothing new again. Admin random is not going to be much help, I don't think. Okay, here's a new one. Try to take a mental shot of this.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
Okay, I'll be honest. My mental picture did not hold up because I don't remember.
It looks about the same, but it's hard to tell. I mean, there's still lots of words to touch.
Oh, well, we got two more present.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday, then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
I was curious to see if there was like a true ending here, and it says the creator wants the true conclusion to be a mystery, something for people to debate. Arrest. Oh, we got 5 of arrest. Okay, I'm just gonna close this. Wait. Oh, okay, I had to refresh it and... Okay, it did fill in.
Like I said, I think I was popping out to get something, ran out of something, had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that. For fuck's sake. Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you. This is a nicer room. This is where you take people when it's time to arrest them.
So this is the first time where they know it's Eve, I guess?
Yes. No lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for? Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist? So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
This is like the latest date we've seen in any of the videos so far, right? 3rd of July. Now, when I was looking to see about the true ending, I don't know. Gone.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong. No, it's okay. The other detective has just gone to get me one. My sister is gone. And she's never coming back.
Okay, let's look at the time here. I'm going to add this to the session. And then there was... This is where she said you can't arrest somebody who doesn't exist. So 12:05, 12:04. Just a few seconds. Okay, yeah, so that just happened back to back. My sisters are gone. Can you arrest somebody who doesn't exist? So Hannah disappeared.
I don't think we've ever searched for sister.
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face. She knew.
I'll add the word new to the list.
Okay. I think they're insinuating that Simon was the one that got her pregnant. But Hannah didn't know that.
She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that.
Okay, what was the word new?
No, no one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone Simon knew from the rock. I mean, what if they were crazy? You hear about these crazy people all the time. I mean, why would anyone who knew Simon want to kill him?
Maybe put she knew.
Oh no, first I'm gonna put jealous because that just popped in my head. Nope. Okay. Nope, we got one new one.
When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day and I left. Walked out and across the street.
Oh yeah, that's a word we have. We haven't been checked. Diary.
At least one.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. It helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Same page. So use that phrase before. Oh well. Birthday.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
You kind of see the bruise here. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, that's a different shirt. Never mind.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
I mean, I think at this point, we're just trying to fill in the database checker.
Yeah. Secret.
Secret.
I hoover, I dust every week. Maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week. But every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. You know, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage. And she still has a secret like that.
don't think we've ever checked for Doug or Eleanor, but we'll watch that first.
You're right, we haven't.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book, the knock code. Something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor.
Oh, remember earlier when she like had her head down and she kept tapping, and I made the joke like, "Oh, is this Morse code we have to pay attention to?"
You were joking?
Well, I didn't actually think we need to follow Morse code, but apparently we did.
Nice.
So my joke was correct.
Didn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
Oh, we got a cat out of it.
Okay. We'll look up cat after we check out Doug and Eleanor.
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
Is it said who
Okay.
Doug and Eleanor are?
I don't
I
recall.
parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle, it was cold. I looked quickly in the living room, nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower, the phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it, I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough? 1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer. It
So
was
that's
a hot
Simon's
summer,
parents.
a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. Forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
Oh, one new one of Eleanor.
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
That actually startled me.
Yeah, and I feel like this is... We've had... another... Like, okay, this is
Yes.
July 1st. The other one where... The other one's where it's July 1st. She's wearing a blue t-shirt.
I'm just keeping track. Okay, there's a stain on this shirt. I don't know if we need to just remember that.
This is I'm pretty sure it's the only video where we've seen her wearing this shirt. I'm guessing,
Do we have any other tapes from July 1st?
Oh yeah, we have a lot. This is where she's wearing the blue t-shirt, and you can see her tattoo.
Oh, okay.
Put in care, baby. And is that a later time? I think it is.
Yeah.
I forget what the other time was though. I
See-
think it was like
See,
14.
1427 and 1421.
No, we haven't tried the F word.
Got a couple new ones.
No, I'm okay. Fuck. Are you arresting me? No. Fuck off. Open this door.
And then after this, that's when we start seeing Eve coming in as Eve. Or at least claiming to be Eve.
Other one. Did we ever do Fairy Tale?
No. Nothing.
It's TALE.
You're right.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour? And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends, and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books. Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors and lost children. See, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
Did we ever search cat?
Oh, right, cat. Got a few.
No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door. No cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
There was a phone ringing in the background there.
Yeah.
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
Domino?
Nope, that's the two.
Difference.
Are you getting hungry? Because I'm getting super hungry. And I'm thinking, at least as far as the mystery goes, I don't think we're gonna find anything more to uncover. Like, we should be looking for glaciers. I mean, they keep mentioning it, and we keep forgetting about it. But I don't know if there's, like, any big revelations we're gonna get out of here, because we kind of found the major ones. Although I am still curious about Hannah's parents.
Yeah. Well, they have one for the glaciers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle. I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the glaciers. No. Everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier, he doesn't have much money. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I think we already looked that one up.
Attic.
Sorry, what was that?
Attic.
Attic? Oh, a few new ones. Still plenty more though.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Alright, so after the parents died, they moved back into the house. And I guess Eve just continued living in the attic.
Yeah, or she mentioned at some point moving out. I don't know if that was when. After we watched these videos, maybe we should check moving out. Or move out.
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
She said we, but we don't know about Eve yet.
I think at this point she might have been revealing. She might have been talking about Eve as just like a regular friend.
Maybe, yeah.
Because there was that other scene where
Could
she
the hairs have come from somewhere else?
There's a scene of what?
There was that other scene where she talked about wanting to drown Eve, and I think she was either wearing this shirt or the other like blue button up.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they? We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
I want to look up hairs after the next.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork from them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights. What kind of hairs?
Oh, that was quick.
Dollhouse? Or move out. Move out.
That's right, move out, okay.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone.
Strangers. I was saying, like, if her and Hannah get, if Hannah and Simon get a new place, then she would move in. But she never actually moved out, at least not in this clip. So I'm thinking for now, we could take a break, get some food, maybe win some anime, and we can come back to this later if we really wanted to fill this out.
Okay.
Because I think the biggest mystery is, did Eve really kill the parents? And as far as Hannah murdering Simon, if that was premeditated or not, I don't think we're going to find that out. I think they're going to leave it vague enough that we just won't get that answer.
And
even with the parents, I don't think we're going to get an answer for that.
which one was actually Sarah's mom? Was it Eve?
Pretty sure it was Eve, yeah. Because Eve is pregnant.
Well, the guy asked, did you find out why your mother did what she did? So we're thinking Hannah's the one that killed Simon? Or what did Eve do?
You got a point. Nope. Very good questions. We could come back to this, but I really need food. So I'll close the stream for now. This is a pretty interesting game. I'm kind of liking these games like Immortality and this one. It's a lot of brain teasers, but man, does it drains my mental energy trying to keep track of all this. Like games like was it Late Shift that we played last time? That was fun. You didn't really need to think. You just click buttons and then you just watch stuff happen. That's a fun popcorn flick. This is a big brain teaser with no real answer. But anyway, thank you for joining us, Cyllya. Thank you for anybody who's lurking, anybody who's watching this on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed. I will be back later today playing more Hi-Fi Rush. We're going to finally finish the game. I'm pretty sure we're at the last level. But till then, later.